Well, back here with Fire Emblem Three Houses, where we just took the Great Bridge of Murden, which was anything but great. It was more like the bad Bridge of Stupid, which is just because it was very sad. We killed more familiar faces than anyone should have to at any given time. But we're on now, and it's a bit of a time to celebrate because reunion. Dedu's back.
Dedu, why? How are you here? You died 5 years ago.
I was sick of Dusker.
Those people you were with, they were of Dusker? And they saved you?
Yeah, you don't have to repeat everything he says, Dimitri. He's perfectly capable of speaking on his own. Look at the tassel on his chest. It looks so cool. All his armor looks cool. We definitely have to try, Oh, and he has fur on his outfit now. Because he's close with all of us kingdom people, so he wants to go live in the... I guess that's the implication there, is he's planning to return to the kingdom at some point. Oh, that's so cool. I guess he always was, because he wants to be near Dimitri. I'm still debating whether to keep him in the assassin's gear or have him de-assassin with this gear, because it's heavy armored looking, but it's like light enough that I feel like he could probably do acrobatic stuff in it. Is his armor all scratched up on the chest there? Oh, it's everywhere scratched up.
Fulfill your long-held desire, did I not? Allow me to once again act as your sword and shield. Please, let me witness your triumph. I want to behold the moment your wish is finally granted.
So he's still struggling a bit with his identity, it seems. But I'm glad he's back.
Of course. And in exchange, I ask that you swear something to me here and now. Do not ever throw your life away again. Understood?
Oh,
Your Highness. Understood.
oh, I'm gonna cry. Oh, that's messed up. How... That's like the one time he's spoken out of...
Embracing death for the sake of that woman.
Okay, now he's back. Tears go back now, but that damn near made me tear up. Because that was like the one time you've seen a glimpse of the old Dimitri through all this. I mean, there have been glimpses, but that was the one time he actually spoke as the Dimitri we knew. Seeing Dedu again made him do that. Don't throw your life away again. I mean, considering what he was saying before, like, I'm gonna use you and your friends till the flesh falls off your bones. And then Dedu comes back and he's like, please don't die.
Truly foolish.
Aren't you happy we won? What troubles you? I wish I could say they weren't fools for following what they believed in. What troubles you?
I don't know.
Do you regret killing them?
They were just beasts with human faces.
You know, that's not exactly an answer.
I had no choice but to kill them, and so I did. That is all there is to it.
It seems like Dedu bringing him back wasn't just for a moment there, maybe actually having a bit of a long-term effect here.
It's about time you two returned. We must discuss our next course of action.
Hey, I was making good progress, Rodrigue. If you could not, that would be great. Oh, cool. Okay, back to
Please.
tactics.
I need to join you no matter the cost.
Hello, Maiden. Maiden Kent, shall we say? What's the female version of Clark? Clarkia? Clarcy Kent? I don't know why they're bothering saying Maiden anyways.
I'm sorry, but my hands are tied.
By the goddess, what's with all the commotion?
It wasn't that much commotion. Jeez, Rodrigue, come down. It's one person screaming. Hi.
What is this girl doing here? This is an army.
I believe she's from a nearby
Ouch.
village. She keeps insisting that she needs to join our ranks.
And you thought we could use a child on the front lines? Hurry up and take her back to her parents.
I'm not sure she's got many of those left.
My
Or,
family is gone.
well,
I
that.
don't have anywhere else to go.
Not much family anyway.
Please. I can use magic and I can fight. Do laundry, anything.
Don't listen to her, Rodrigue. She looks a bit like that Randolph guy.
I'm sure there are plenty of more suitable places to find work. Why are you so fixated on this army, young lady?
I need to get revenge. I must strike down the one who murdered my big brother.
Hey, well, our army is full of people looking for revenge. Hop on in.
Your Highness, what should we do?
Let her do as she pleases.
Oh,
Thank you. Very much.
dear me. Dimitri, as your tactician, I'd like to revoke that. Just as I don't encourage the revenge in you, I don't encourage it in others, and I think we should... Get out of here. I'm talking. All right, well, that wasn't important. We should probably just put it out of mind for now, I guess. Because Dedu's back, and it's time to celebrate. But first, a few quiet words from Geralt on how we absolutely murdered a whole bunch of people just now.
Great Tree Moon. Blood of the eagle and lion.
Rutrow, does that mean this next battle is going to take place where I think it does?
Now in control of the Great Bridge of Murden, the Kingdom Army begins to invade Imperial territory. In response, the Imperial Army garrisons soldiers at Fort Mercius.
Ah, perhaps that's where we'll be next. Oh, good. It sounds like it'll be easy to take down. Just call it a fort. I mean, they didn't call it hard to take down Mercius. So if we believe their naming conventions, which I tend to, they tend to be pretty responsible with them, then we should be fine. We have 4 free days here, which is sweet. I'm curious to know how to do his visiting. Yes, I am. Very curious. Hey, buddy, you have a lot of scars on your face.
Here for the flowers again?
Yes? Not particularly.
You might as well have a look while you are here.
I suppose. Sure, fine, fair enough. I think maybe you missed. I was trying to be subtle, but I don't think it worked. I got taller.
Things to say.
Okay. Don't let me stop
First,
you.
I thank you for supporting His Highness in my absence.
Sure. He's I'm not doing a very good job.
But I must also admonish you for taking your own well-being too lightly.
Well, we're all desperate, aren't we?
On several occasions, I have seen you protect others by putting yourself in harm's way.
I've got a high strength stat. It's what we do. And you're one to talk.
I am grateful for your efforts, but I feel you should place a higher value on your own life.
Pod speaking to Kettle now.
His Highness relies on you, as do I.
Do not worry, I understand.
Then show that with your actions.
Okay, why are you raising your voice at me?
An invaluable asset like you, and this greenhouse would be a more lonely place without you in it.
Oh, okay, I see. You're raising your voice because you're worried. That's nicer. I understand.
It would not be fair to the flowers to leave me their only caretaker.
You're right. So I'll say that when I die, Ash takes over my duties. Good shout.
Someday, I hope to show you a whole landscape of these flowers in full bloom.
That sounds like it would be most agreeable. You mean Dusker?
Yes. Once this conflict is over, and His Highness ascends the throne, I believe it can be done.
Well, that makes 2 of us.
You must live at least until then. Understood?
I will, make an attempt anyway. Same to you.
That's true enough. I had not thought much of my own life until now.
Well, I'm glad to hear that's changed. I could shoot all the things you said to me back at you. You're a valuable asset. We need you not to die for sentimental reasons.
Except that I would gladly cast it aside for His Highness.
That's the part that I'm still having trouble with. That's because you're admonishing me for doing the same way about you guys.
That is still true. But now I desire to see the end of this war.
It's a marked improvement anyways. I'm very proud.
Until I can show you the fields of Dusker and Bloom, I will go on living.
Thank you. Oh, that makes me feel so much better about all the Great Bitch of Murden stuff. And that mysterious cloaked fellow, fellowette, who just joined our ranks. Yes, what's happening on the 3rd? Yes, what? Oh, a war council.
Spy.
Which one sent where? We have a lot of spies on the run these days.
It would seem the Empire is gathering troops at Fort Mercius.
Ah, I already knew that, see. My dad told me.
This is undoubtedly in response to us taking the Great Bridge of Murden.
Yeah, I don't know what Fort Mercius is, but I'm gonna guess it's close to there.
Their numbers are more than double ours. We believe that the Emperor herself may be leading them.
The Jinkies.
If House Regan can reconcile with House Gloucester sooner than later, then Claude can proceed with his plan to rally the Alliance Lords, gather troops, and invade Empire territory.
That would certainly be a very sudden heel-face turn, and we might actually have a chance there.
At this rate, 3 military forces will be clashing at Gronder Field.
I understand. We're not raiding Mercius. We would be going into the middle, which would be Gronder Field. Hence, Blood of the Eagle and Lion. Got it. Just like 5 years ago.
If you wish to indulge in nostalgia, do it elsewhere.
I'm afraid the
Okay,
difference in
fine.
military strength is far
Anyone go
from
to the library with me?
While we are elite soldiers, I am still uneasy about this.
If possible, I'd like to request reinforcements right away.
From whomst?
If we can rely
Claude?
on any of the major kingdom houses for military support, it would be House Karen, I'd wager.
Right, they're still resisting. Why them?
House Karen has yet to declare fealty to the Empire. I will send word at once. I am certain they will cooperate.
I'm surprised they weren't helping us already, given the number of milestones we took back.
Very well. We're counting on you, Gilbert.
I suppose that is all we can do for now.
So it would seem. Though if there are any other avenues worth exploring, I would suggest...
Allying with the Alliance. It's pretty surprising that none of the forces in the western half of Fargus have come to take over Gati, Fraldarius, Karen, and Galatea yet, but very lucky also. Allying with the Alliance?
Ah, good point. We have no reason to engage the Alliance directly.
What? Of course we don't. We just took back the Great Bridge of Murden for... What? What are you talking about?
Even if we do receive Count Karen's aid, we still won't have the troops we need to face the Empire.
But if we join forces with the Alliance, then our numbers will rival the Empire's.
That's what I was saying. Why was clashing with the Alliance ever in question? We took down a prominent Gloucester last time, got the Great Bridge of Murden, so we own... If we're calling Claude's area Empire resistant and us Empire resistant, then we are pincering in between on the Empire controlled parts of the Leicester Alliance. So why is it even part of the Empire anymore? It should just all be Leicester Alliance now, and therefore on our side, unless Claude is planning shenanigans. Let's join forces.
Agreed. It's about the only thing we can do.
I don't see any reason in waiting now.
For now, let's send a
It's our best chance.
and try to figure out what the Alliance hopes to achieve.
It's hard to believe this decisive battle will take place at Gronder Field. I imagine that place is full of memories for all of you.
Oh, hush up there, Rodrigue. Dimitri doesn't like talking about our memories.
We won the Battle of the Eagle and Lion back in the day. It seems like a lifetime ago.
Yeah, it kind of
I
does.
can't help but remember, even though I wish I didn't.
Yeah, I know, it was awful, wasn't it? Oh no, you mean because then we're gonna have to be there again and it'll be very bittersweet, I see.
Our feast after the battle. I remember it well. We all had so much fun together.
I know, it was Claude's idea, wasn't it?
No! Please, stop it. I had finally put all of that out of my mind.
You had?
This
How?
isn't right. They're our friends. We used to study together. We shouldn't be fighting them.
Well, hopefully we won't have to fight a third of them, or I guess half of them.
Why not march up to Her Majesty in a reminder of that? Oh, that's right. Because you want to live to see tomorrow.
Where's this sass coming from, Sylvain?
No matter who
Jeez.
the enemy is, I will fight for His Highness.
Tell me, Boar Prince, do we stand a chance?
I don't think he's thought that far ahead.
Who knows?
If we lose, we'll have died for you. I hope you know that.
That's enough, Felix. We must focus on the battle ahead.
I don't think everyone's
Make
dying
your
for
peace
Dimitri.
before we depart. It's kill or be killed out there. We will cross blades with the Empire, but it's possible we will also have to strike down the Alliance.
I guess you're right. I mean, who knows if Claude suddenly is all like, surprise, I'm actually going to take over the whole world this way. No more kingdom, no more empire. Doesn't really seem like he has it in him.
Your Highness, do you feel no hesitation about killing your former friends?
I'm used to killing familiar faces by now.
Although your conversation at the Great Bridge of Murden sort of suggests otherwise. You seemed apprehensive about something, one way or the other. How cool is that? Great, well, to do. It's so great to see you. I was thinking you should... I didn't even use Ash's thing after all that. You should have some more dex. You should have some more luck. You should have some more speed. You should have some more dex. Great, how does that put you? Dex 28, speed 35. Nice. Is that our highest speed? 34 on Ingrid, 30 on Manuela, 28 on me, 31 on Dimitri. So it is our highest speed. And as for Dex, among our highest, Flane, Manuela, and myself have higher, and Dimitri and Gilbert ties there. Gilbert Pronislav. I didn't know that was his last name. Ah, he's back. Oh, there's another Ale Pomegranate. Have that as well. There you go. And there is also an evasion ring here. I think between the two it would be evasion ring, because evasion plus 10 is almost... I like evasion plus 10 a lot more than I think I like crit plus 5, to be honest. Because the Woe Dao gives you a crit of 40. Ooh, and if I were to rejig battalions around now would not be a bad time. Ooh, you might not have enough rank for the one Manuela has. Oh, you need B. Shoot. I suppose I could give you the King of Lions Corps for now then. That's definitely more crit. Guess we could give Dimitri the Blue Lion Knights for now, just to see where their levels take them. They only get one Gambit attack, but maybe that means their stats are going to be really good by the end. Gerald's only gives you a crit of plus 10, right? Yeah, okay, so the Blue Lion Knights the King of Lions Corps is still better than that. In that case, I'll keep the Fraldaria soldiers on Manuela until Dedu is able to handle them, because I think I do want him to have the highest crit, being our assassin roguey type dude. And without further ado, I think we have a lot of supports to get through, don't you? Gilbert and Sedith also have a few. Let's also fix up our battalions. Oh wait, and I didn't use Ash's boop, boop, boop. Support times. And so we've already had Dedu and myself. Let's watch Dedu and Annette. Sure, this ought to be fun. Please give me all that. Whoa.
Sorry. So sorry.
What is it, Annette?
I completely forgot that it's my turn for kitchen duty today. Huh? Did you do all the kitchen prep already?
Yes, it took about 3 seconds with my massive arms.
Kitchen duty is mine today.
What? But, oh, did I get the day wrong?
Yes.
That would follow with what we know about you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Wow, I really am something else.
These things happen. Is something funny?
Oh, no, I was just happy. So, you probably already know this, but my uncle is really strict. He wanted me to be perfect at cooking, studying, cleaning, washing, everything really.
I thought you said it was Gilbert who was like that.
He said if I wasn't perfect, as a knight's daughter, I'd be devaluing my crest.
Jeez, that's awful.
Whenever I messed up, he looked so mad. And he'd sigh like he just lost his faith in humanity.
That is harsh.
Yeah.
Oh, I know he loved me and all. He was just kind of scary. But you've helped me out and been patient with me without getting mad.
I guess you wouldn't have had your father around enough to really have that much of an opinion about him.
I'm just so happy. Thank you, Dedu.
So what you're saying is Dedu is like a better uncle. Cool. Not a weird sentiment at all.
I have hardly done anything.
You know what? You remind me of my father.
Of Gilbert?
You look scary at first glance, but you're actually really kind.
Is that so?
Oh, and it's sweet to hear that she thinks that about Gilbert as well, even after this, everything.
Oh, right. Let me help you with something, if that's okay with you. What are you cooking today? Hopefully I can chip in.
Dedu just removes anything that is remotely flammable from the room. Sure.
It is a meat dish from Fargus.
I'm still a complete klutz, so I'm not gonna be in the way, am I?
As though anyone could tell Annette, yes, you're going to be in the way after she said it like that.
Not at all. I was hoping that the food I made would bring a smile to your face.
Oh, wow. That's... Well then, I can't wait for dinner time.
Good.
Rare to see a smile on that man's face, rare to see him blush. So, we all had a true treasure today. I hope we understand this. Ingrid, where is she? Oh my god, he looked so happy to see her. He was like, hi!
You look unwell.
You look unwell.
Ingrid, is my face frightening?
What? I mean, sort of?
What?
Not exactly. I wouldn't use the word frightening. Aggressive, maybe?
It's arguably worse.
But it's really nothing to worry about. Why? Did someone say something cruel?
I made a village child cry.
Oh, I see. Let me guess. You feel like you look frightening, so you walked around with a smile glued to your face.
That hits a little too close to home. People used to say I look scary when I was in like middle school and stuff. So I used to walk around like all the time. No, this is scarier actually. But I used to repeatedly do goofy things every chance I could so that I would not ever hear that again.
How did you know?
I'm starting to understand how you think. The thing is, forced smiles never work well. They usually just end up making a person look creepy and insincere.
All right, I understand, Ingrid. You can stop now.
I see. Duly noted.
To be honest, when we first met, I was pretty intimidated by you. Not because of a smile, but a lack of any emotion whatsoever. And you so rarely spoke. I had no idea what to make of you. But that's only because I wasn't making an effort to get to know you, because you were from Dusker. As I started to get to know you, to understand your personality, I realized what a fool I'd been.
Personality?
You may come off intimidating.
I have one?
That cool exterior is a kind, loyal, and noble person. A really wonderful person.
True.
In a certain regard, you are one of the knightliest people I know.
Oh, I don't qualify it. He is the knightliest of all the knights.
What is it?
Wonderful person. This is the first time anyone has ever said a thing like that to me.
Really?
It is
Damn,
rather...
I must not be as clear as I think I'm being.
It's only awkward if you make it awkward. Which it kind of is, now. Ugh.
Well, let me know if you need anything.
Yes, of course. Same to you, Dedu.
Very interesting. I don't think I've seen that one before. That was very sweet, though. I remember Dedu blushing this much ever. See it all once is a bit much, isn't it? Sedith and Manuela, this ought to be a larf.
Sedith? Hello, Manuela. Is something the matter?
Yeah, for the first time, you're not bumping into her while she's praying.
You surprised me is all. Though not as surprised as you when you found me here before. I've never seen you offering up prayers so solemnly.
I suppose I do typically make an effort to come here when no one else is around. Many look to me for guidance. I do not wish to disturb anyone's prayers with my own.
I guess there's some sense there.
I did not come here only to pray.
Really? Then what were you doing?
I was swearing an oath
Singing.
to Saint Sethlin. She is a special figure to me. It's become part of my routine to swear this oath before her likeness.
That's a little weird.
More than any other, she wishes for a peaceful world.
But nice also, I
believe
guess.
It is my duty to grant her wish.
I had no idea you held such a passionate, secret devotion, Sedith. The legends of Saint Sethlin do depict her as a kind, proper, and honorable woman.
Wait, I see what this he's just like, no, hold on, nope. I know with what I said last time, this is about to get weird. No, it's not. No. And he just walks away.
She was so gentle and quiet, really kept to herself. It's no wonder you're infatuated with her.
I think you may have misunderstood me.
It must be very lonely to be so in love with someone from the distant past.
Oh, you and your actor's method of making everything into a tragedy,
She
Manuela.
is very special to me, yes, but not in that way.
You don't have to hide it from me, Sedith. I can keep a secret.
She's being so serious.
People from the past are gone. No matter how much you care for her, she can't love you back. Now then, if you turned your eyes to me, I could respond to your deepest, most powerful feelings.
Oh, okay, I see how it is now.
You are completely mistaken.
Jeez. Manuela, there's not taking a hint, and then there's just flat out not hearing someone when they say no. You are doing the latter. Gilbert and Ash, let's have a look.
Is something the matter? Your heart does not seem to be in your training today.
I'm guessing he's still thinking about last time when you told him he was going to be a screw-up forever until he could think about a specific reason to be a knight.
I'm sorry. Something's been bothering me.
Idle thoughts do hinder training. Tell me what bothers you.
You were sworn to protect the royal family, but when we met 5 years ago, you weren't in the kingdom capital. You were in Garreg Mach. What could have made a great knight like you abandon his vow?
Oh, this is actually way more interesting than I was thinking.
That is difficult to explain.
It isn't. It was just wildly misguided, so it's difficult for you to say without feeling like an idiot, I think.
You are aware of the tragedy of Duska? When the king's party was massacred 9 years ago.
I am. It affected me too. My brother was suspected of being involved in the attack. And so the church, they...
Forgive me. That must be a difficult memory.
Why are you apologizing? It's not your fault.
Well, I mean, he was with the church, so it's quasi his fault.
I disagree.
But not specifically.
I've been by His Majesty's side on that day where I was sworn to be. Perhaps His Majesty would not have lost his life. It all would be different.
Where was he during that? Because I was under the impression he just was somewhere else and was and didn't have time to get there.
Is that why you left Fargus?
Yes. You may laugh, but I feel I was responsible for everything.
I would never laugh at something like that, but I do think you should have seen things through to the end. Even if you had to endure dishonor for a while, you could have restored your name. I'm sorry. That was inconsiderate of me. I got carried away by how much your situation resembles my own.
You were adopted by Lord Lonato, correct?
I loved his performance there, how he was very obviously like talking back, but he was in the most respectful way he possibly could.
I once told you that I wish to protect one thing other than my king, and that is my family.
You wouldn't open up about that before.
My wife and my daughter, both of whom I left behind in the kingdom. Lord Lonato took up his sword for his son, even if that meant turning his back on the goddess. As a father, I cannot condemn Lord Lonato for raising an army. Yet, perhaps he too lost sight of what should be protected, just as I did.
I don't understand what you mean. What should Lonato have protected?
If Kristoff was already gone? Or do you mean you?
You, Ash. Because you are also his son.
You're right. I think I know what I need to protect now. It's been staring me in the face all this time. I don't know why I couldn't see it. I'm Lonato's son. His pride and his wishes are my inheritance. Those are what I should protect.
I see. Ash, You will be an excellent knight.
Here, here.
It's too early to say that, but I'm willing to learn. Teach me.
It would be my pleasure to oversee the training of a new generation.
Diggity dang, that was a good scene. That was so cool. I can't remember much of that one either. I guess because I wouldn't have really sortied Gilbert all that much in my very first playthrough. It's cool because you usually you get to see the earnest side of Ash that is like sort of tripping over himself to do the right thing and finding himself in all these situations where he's like, he ends up being the good guy just sort of on by virtue of his wholesome personality, but there that was like a very tense emotional discussion that he had to have with sort of himself there and also with Gilbert sort of also there. Very cool, very interesting. Do and Felix finally up to B. Interesting.
Hey,
are you
wait.
ready to apologize slightly?
What is it?
You defended me in battle. Why?
His Highness does not wish for our military strength to be depleted. The loss of your strength would be significant.
You are a colossal
That's kind of a compliment.
idiot. One slip up and you would have died.
Do. Welcome to the ranks of the colossal idiots that Felix hates.
You think you would have been happy about that?
No, I do not.
Then why protect me? I thought you were his mindless weapon, his sword and shield.
I heard about your brother. He was a Dusker. He died to protect His Highness.
He did, but I don't see what that has to do with anything. Are you repaying some kind of debt?
I think that's maybe a bit too clinical for Do. He does feel, you know, Felix.
I hope you're not going to praise his death. I hear enough of that from my old man.
I will not praise it then. Instead, I will say I would have done the same in his position. Is it really so unnatural to put one's life on the line to protect a brother in arms?
To hear a rabid dog call me a brother in arms.
Your insults are merely an attempt to avoid addressing me as what I am. I am a man of Dusker. Yet you were concerned for my life.
Concerned is a strong word. Your death would have been unpleasant, that's all.
I need like a compilation of all the times Felix has said, I don't want you to die in like a really backhanded way like that.
Coming from you, that is enough.
What's that supposed to mean? I just meant... never mind. Okay, go ahead, protect me. But if you act like a fool and get yourself killed, I'll kill you.
How can you kill me if I am already dead?
Now Felix will see the error of his linguistics 2 seconds ago.
You know what I meant.
No one knew what you meant, Felix. Don't lie. That was uncharacteristic of Dedu to just be like, that's not what you mean. You're just avoiding the truth. That was so perceptive of him in a way that he isn't usually, or that he often struggles with. I guess I shouldn't say isn't usually. And hot off that, Flayn and Sedith, let's see this sort of come back, and hopefully Sedith apologizes for, like, yeah, I didn't trust you, you're right, I do now. I see where I was wrong.
Here to pester me, brother?
No, I think I'm the one who ought to be pestered.
Let's hope he finally drops the guise of brother and finally calls her his daughter for once as well.
Regardless of what I say
when he's not,
to
like, you know,
it is not
on
as
the
though
beach.
it has any effect in reducing your worry over me.
That is true. No matter where you are, and no matter what you're doing, I will always worry. But that's only because I treasure you so very much. Please understand, I'm not trying to hurt you.
Of that I am well aware. I am touched that you care so deeply. When I think of it, it is my own fault that you have become so overprotective.
How's that?
I cannot blame you.
No, the fault is entirely mine. You were still so young. I placed far too much strain on you, and our lack of resources was no excuse.
But I'm bringing it up anyways.
I failed to watch you during the battle. Your mother, too. We lost her because of me.
I never realized that they were killed in a battle.
Afterward, it broke my heart to see how much you would need to rest just to survive. I swore that I would dedicate every moment remaining in my life to your protection.
Oh, as in... Oh, okay, no, I think I know what they're talking about, actually.
Ever since then, I have been afraid of falling asleep. My fear of sleeping is outmatched only by my fear of spending my life alone. Even if it cannot last, I want to live among my peers as one of them, as an ordinary person, similar to how you and Mother coexisted with your own comrades back then, fighting side by side.
Quite right. I know you must leave the nest someday. No matter how many ages our lives may span, I know that's the way of it.
Father.
Don't.
Nobody is listening, Father. Let me address you as such just this once. I have valued the quiet days you and I have spent alone together, but I am no longer a child. Just as you and Mother met one another, and eventually I was brought into the world,
This is about to go in which direction said it doesn't want to hear.
I know. Please, no more. No matter what happens, you are my daughter. It gives me great joy to see you grow. But please, at least until this war is over, let me continue to worry. You're the most precious person in my life. I can't bear the thought of losing you.
It seems I have no choice in the matter. I shall allow you to worry about me enough for yourself and Mother both. But only that much and no more, my dear Father Keyhole.
Ah! Finally, I can stop being coy about that one too. The answer is released.
Thank you, Sethlene.
They are two of the 4 saints. Spoilers! Oh, that is such a good scene. There was such a good shift of power and energy in that scene. Oh, and the writing, oh, and the acting. Oh, that's a good scene. And I like that conclusion. It wasn't one of those things where it's just like, okay, you're right. I'll be perfect now and never bother you again. He was like, I'm always gonna worry, regardless. Just let me have it for like the rest of this war. And she was like, okay, as long as you understand that it's not forever, and you can't just keep like stowing me away when things get bad. That was a good scene. I like that. Mercy, let's have a look.
Oh, Dedu. Are you praying to the goddess of Fodlan? That seems odd. Won't the Dusker gods be upset if they hear you praying to another land's deity?
That's presumptuous. They might be affable gods. Maybe they're just like, sure, the more the merrier.
The Fodlan goddess was recognized in Dusker, too.
Oh, is that a thing?
The deities of foreigners are seen as the protectors of their respective lands.
That's cool.
It has been said that we would offer our prayers to her in times of war.
Huh. So the goddess is part of a pantheon. I guess that's one way to interpret it.
Even if it's wrong.
Anyway, what are you praying for?
For peace to come even one day sooner.
That's a lovely prayer. I was just thinking about praying for that myself.
How noble the two of ye.
I see.
Hey, Dedu, what are your plans for yourself once this war is finally over?
I'm not sure he's given enough thought to that, honestly.
To serve His Highness for the rest of my days.
I thought you might say that.
And you?
That's a good question. I was thinking about traveling to Dusker.
To Dusker? There is nothing of interest left there.
But there will be once you and I make our infinite garden that we were talking about earlier.
Isn't it where you were born? And isn't it where your wonderful food and stories come from? I think those are reasons enough to visit at least once.
Mercedes, if you will allow it, I would like to accompany you. His Highness would surely grant me leave to go.
You really think so?
Not right now, he
I
wouldn't.
hope the war ends as soon as possible.
I mean, obviously we can't go now because there's war, but even if there wasn't war right now, and the way he is right now, he wouldn't.
As do I.
We're going to have to shower the goddess with prayers.
And the other ones. It's a pantheon, remember?
We'll pray that she watches over
well, whoever. You can pray to whoever.
To end this war.
Who cares?
Then, when it's finally finished, we can travel.
That promises to be interesting. We should pray to the Dusker gods as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's a brilliant idea.
Can they hear you from here?
Which Dusker gods should we pray to?
For victory, we pray to the god of war. Or...
for beauty, the god of flowers.
Or...
just the god of war.
Come on, what were you going to say? Oh, I know. It's the god of travel, right?
Let us leave it at that.
I knew I was right. You taught me so much about your gods. So let's pray. For the end of the war, and for our safe travels to Dusker.
And hey, if you guys are this room for a few more, there was talk of Sylvain and Ingrid and I going on a cuisine travel. A cuisine road trip. I guess we're just gonna have to go to the whole world at this point. That's nice. That's real nice. Okay, Gilbert and Annette to A. This will hopefully be
Praying, Father?
Slightly less acerbic from both sides.
Yes. Praying is all I can do.
I feel like we talked about that and we discovered that was false.
For I am at fault for each death upon the cursed plain of Dusker.
You keep saying it's your fault, Father, but you're wrong. His Highness doesn't blame you. Neither does King Lambert, I'm sure of it. But I guess that's not the issue for you, is it?
It was my duty to protect the royal family. I should have given my life to protect the king.
Would it really have been better for people around you if you had become another Glenn? Sorry to use him as an example.
Even if His Highness has forgiven me, my knightly vows are still broken. My knighthood is lost.
That's obvious from looking at you, Father. I think Mother understood it as well. But before fleeing the country, I wish you had thought about your family. If only for a moment. Even if the whole world had condemned you. We would always have been your allies.
I am sorry, Annette.
No, I told you before. I don't particularly want you to apologize.
Unless it's to your mother.
Annette.
Yes, Father?
Take this.
A bundle of letters. There are so many.
Look inside and you will understand. Should the contents make you sad, please burn them.
Father! For the love of... He's done it again. But what have we here?
Indeed, what are they? I want to know. Let me see.
Just as I thought. Letters for me and Mother.
Right.
So many. But why? And how? I suppose I'll have to read them if I hope to find my answers.
Maybe they're things he wanted to say, but just didn't have the guts to send them or whatever. And he just like wrote it a billion times and kept each one. Most interesting. That leaves just Flame and Felix and then Ashen to do. So we'll have a bit of time to go around the monastery and talk after this.
You. What is it now?
Even in today's sports, still not mastered the art of greeting this one.
Do not fret. I have not come to ask you to chop wood. I have other things to speak of with you.
This time it's paper!
You said that for one to live, they must also be prepared to kill.
This again. Yes, that's what I said. You still have a problem with that?
No, I do not have a problem with it at all. I simply want you to live too.
Therefore, I want you to kill all the people.
Oh, okay. Then I'll get back to my training.
No, not so fast. Surely there's more to this.
Excuse me. I am not finished yet. During this time of war, you must wield your sword to ensure your own life. If that is the case, then it follows that we should bring an end to this war.
What do you think we're trying to do, Flame?
To end the war, you'd have to kill more people.
Perhaps that is true. But once all is said and done, there would no longer be a need to kill, only to live. Is that not so?
Yeah, that's why we're trying to end the war. What are you getting at?
That's pure fantasy. But if it came to pass, there would be no place for me. What would I do? I was raised to swing a sword. It's all I know. In a world without strife, warriors like me would be lost souls. It's tragic in a way. We fight to bring peace, and then, if we achieve it, we lose our purpose.
You've been playing a bit of Metal Gear there, Felix.
I do not think that is anything you should worry yourself over.
Because you can always chop firewood after those
If
days.
the war ends and peace reigns, I shall be sure to have plenty of wood chopping for you to do.
There she goes.
What a generous offer.
And you will never be short on fruits and vegetables to chop for me either. If you felt like you lost your purpose in life, surely you would find a new purpose.
There we go. That's maybe the best way to phrase it, other than you can do work for me.
It is not like you to be afraid of losing something after all.
I never thought about it, but maybe there is a path for me in peacetime. I'm intrigued. I might even like to realize this fantasy of yours.
Oh, that brings me such joy, Felix. Together, we can make this a reality. I can see it now. A life where you slice vegetables rather than people. I will greatly enjoy the day when we inhabit a world like that.
That's funny. And they have an A-Sport, so they can head up together. I wonder if their ending is they just become like a lumber company. I have no idea. And our final one of the day, Ash and Didu. Unless we get another one somehow.
The scouting mission didn't go well. I was so busy, I didn't even have time to eat.
Oh, I hear food and I hear Didu, and I think it's time for Ash to eat the best thing he's ever eaten in his life.
I thought that might be the case. Gilbert was exhausted too. Glad you made it. I saved some food for you.
Of course he did.
Oh, thanks.
Good
I'm
man.
Starving. Your cooking's fantastic, as always. The spices were a nice touch. I could really taste the Dusker inspiration. You remembered that I wanted to try more Dusker cuisine, didn't you?
Yes. How is it?
Amazing. You're a much better chef than I am.
Your cooking is not bad at all.
All right, we can stop now. All of our cooking is great, except for mine.
Thanks. My father would be glad to hear it.
Is he the one who taught you?
Not exactly. I learned from watching him work the kitchen in his restaurant. And what about you? I think you said that you and your sister helped with the cooking at home.
Yes.
Both home
I
style,
learned by
home
watching
learned.
my mother. Nothing remains of Dusker. The towns, the people, the culture. All of it was put to the torch. My mother and sister are gone. Yet that simple memory of them standing together in the kitchen is so clear. So real.
So in a way, you put those memories into this meal.
And I ate it! Oh god!
Yes, through me, they are able to live on.
I like that way of thinking. The church may not like my feelings on this, but...
Don't worry, Ash. The church isn't listening. I'm here.
In Fodlan, when people die, they pass on to be with the goddess, right?
I suppose.
That seems so far away. I'd rather they stayed here. My parents, my brother, Lenato, maybe they can all live on through me, too.
Provided I don't mess up the food.
As long as you think of them, they will.
Dudu, your cooking is delicious. It really is.
Careful, or you will oversalt it.
Top 10 wrong things to say in this situation.
Right. Thank you, Dudu.
Eat as much as you'd like.
I love them too. I love them too. They are so sweet. Oh, and I love their ending too. Their ending is like the best thing in the whole world. Okay, sorry. Get a grip. Goals. Let me focus on goals for a moment. I still have to do on... what is the rank of the one that I wanted to give him, the For All Darius things? Is it B? Or is it... That's not what I wanted to do. Or is it A? It's... God damn it. How do I can't even check it unless you find it in the list. Wait, where are the balls? Are you not even allowed to see the one that you have equipped? Why? Okay, fine. I'll swap to someone else. There it is. Okay, it's B. So I don't really... I was going to say I could put him in specializing in authority, but he's like literally about to level up in it, so it's not a really big deal. I'll keep his goals on flying then for hopefully avoidance stuff later, or like the alert stance thing. What do I have in his writing? I just stopped it at C, right? Okay. As for Felix, I've got you on sword and faith right now. I think that's still good because your reason is coming along pretty well. As for you, I've got you on lancing and reason. Your faith is almost up to S, which is pretty awesome. I think this is a sturdy thing. And you have got all in lance. I think I stand by that. Mercy, I've got mix of axe and brawling, so she's about to hit the rank A for axe and get all the axes in the world, and at which point I guess I will just want to keep them balanced, that you equally growing in both, because I'm giving you have both prowesses, right? Yeah. I want to keep it that way. And Annette, I'm still going to keep you in brawling and heavy armor because I want those at max as well. I like how you have like nothing else and then it's just like axe, authority, armor, brawling is all like max. Oh yeah, because you're good with authority because you're very personable and smart with tactics. Oh, but not so good with the bow, I guess just because of your, as you put it, klutziness. Ingrid is at sword and faith. Yeah, that's fine. So that's cool. Flame I've got on riding. Since she's already hit Dark Knight, I guess I don't really need the riding anymore. I guess I could swap it to reason and lance. So you're getting a bit more lance here and there. Your reason you have a special proficiency in, so I'm not as worried about it. Manuela, I think you just focus on your riding for now. It's a good idea. Before long, you'll be able to take Bow Knight, regardless of what you got on. As for Gilbert, I'm going to swap you to sword and reason because we need to pick that up quickly if we want to get you to Mortal Savant, and you're going to be getting a bit of faith here and there from your heals, so I'm not as worried about that one. Very good. Oh, can I take a thing? I don't have another seal, do I? And oh, the store might have one for me though. Let's get this Wyvern Lord, everybody. This is the time. Come on, Dudu. You're my good luck charm. I've got a damn it, they don't have any more. I'll have to buy one from Anna. Is she even here today? Yeah. Ooh, and the Dark Merchant's shop is open now. I'd like to go have a look at that, please. That's the shop that we secured last time with taking care of business, the quest, and it is big goodness stuff.
Hello!
Hello! I love this guy's voice as well.
Tell your friends!
Tell your friends!
Hello!
Hello! He sells you arcane crystals, which is mostly the big thing. Also some rare meats and stuff as well. So if there is ever a dish that we want that we can't seem to get a hold of the resources for, this would be the good stuff to get, especially for these things. The fish, not as much. We've got plenty of this stuff. And lots of rare gifts as well, and tea. But the arcane crystals especially is a handy thing. And only 500 glow, it's not that bad. Speaking of, we got a an excess bear, so why don't you take it from us?
Will this one do?
Will this one do?
It's all yours. Take it.
It's all yours. Take it. I love this guy so much. Tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
He's my favorite.
Yeah.
Hi.
You know, war really is terrible.
I did know that.
People die, food becomes scarce, weapons and rations start selling like hotcakes, nobles start begging for loans. Oh, I didn't mean for that to sound so cold, really.
No, it's the truth. You should speak it proudly and loudly.
Anyway, where are we off to this time? I hope it's the Alliance.
Gronder Field, as I understand it. March to Gronder Field. The advance into Empire territory has begun. The Imperial Army intends to counterattack, so prepare for a battle at Gronder Field. And we have no, paralogs this time, so perhaps I'll just do an episode in between this episode and Gronder Field that is just all of this. Just do this whole month, so it's not like huge whiplash from Great Bridge of Murden and then immediately back into Gronder Field kind of thing.
Hello there.
Hi. I would like your fish bait, please. Thank you. Your finest worms. Most kind. And what kind of stuff do you have that I may or may not want? Oh, a Master Sealed one for me, right, before I forget. Thank you. And we got that Saros shield, right? So let me just have a look at all our people right now and see if anyone would benefit from that greatly. Isn't actually bad for Dimitri, because the speed ring is just +2? And your speed's already pretty good. Let's see about equipping you the Saros shield. Weight of 3, so you're probably gonna be able to handle it pretty well. And it's defensive +5 and restores HP. That could be pretty cool, actually, because then you might start a turn and then heal back to full and have your little royal lineage thing right immediately. Let's keep you with that for a bit, then. We're definitely going to be getting to do up in levels this next, maybe that'll be what the next episode is getting to do back into the swing of things. Even though he's a few levels behind, he's still pretty sturdy, so I don't think we'll have to worry about, whether or not he'll be able to get kills and stuff. I'm just trying to figure out, is there some kind of reason he wasn't getting that much XP before? Because it seemed like he wasn't getting that much XP before. Very well. Let's head around the monastery and have a chat with people. I think we can probably get it all done this episode. Yeah, there aren't many people. Hi.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. I hear we're sending troops to Gronder Field next. Is that what's what?
Yes, and we're also going there ourselves. Us, the Blue Lion squad.
That whole area is in the territory of House Burgleys. It's famous as the main granary of Fodlan.
Yeah, so that's nice. It was referred to as a breadbasket earlier. I heard about that. But House Burgleys, I don't know, that we're very well liked there.
If we could capture it, we probably wouldn't have to worry about food anymore. Bread for all.
That would be nice. Is it in season right now? Wheat?
No.
No, okay. Thanks.
I can hardly believe we're crossing the borders of the Empire to battle their army. Never thought I'd see the day.
I know, and it only came a few months after I came back. I wonder if that's related at all. It's almost like I'm very, very cool. It's almost like that.
You'd never guess from the calm looks on everyone's faces, though. I mean, we're probably all gonna die. Let's be honest. His Highness, Lord Rodrigue, you? There's really something wrong with a lot of you, I swear.
Cool, thanks. There's something wrong with your hat. It's got holes in it. Stupid. Yoink. Gobi. Hello, cat. Hey, Flame.
The Battle of the Eagle and Lion. Has it truly been 5 years since then?
Give or take?
Can you recall whether it was before or after I joined your class, Professor?
It was just before. I remember you being wildly unprepared for it. Before.
That is not at all the case, Professor.
What?
Your memory serves you poorly.
It was before. Right, no. You joined before. I got confused about. You know what? Shut up, Flame.
It was shortly
your memory
after I
serves you
joined your
poorly.
class. I remember it like it was yesterday.
I got confused about what you were asking. Shut up. Go away, Flame. I'm just kidding. We're still friends.
Maybe.
No, maybe. We're still friends. Don't listen to her, Flame. Alrighty, I just got all purple last time, hoping for some Rocky Burdock for some strength. Predicted yields only 2 wheat sprigs, so that's just maybe not gonna happen, but yeah, we got some. I guess we better give that to Mercy. Let's do that. And let me think. So which one gives the AOL pomegranates? It was green, was it? Or green was green speed? I can't remember. Either way, let's get you your strength. Num 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 num. 33. Looks good. Not as high as me or Dimitri yet, but you're getting there. You know what? I'm kind of okay with just getting more purple there, because the more Mercy gets up is sort of because of her. I think she has a naturally low growth in it, so the warrior only helps her like so much. Look at all the yellow seeds we have. So I think the more help we can give her there, the better. Not that she doesn't have magic means of attack as well. She's got the bolt axe, but a lot of the people around the monastery are getting pretty nihilistic right about now. But I guess that's kind of, and it's weird because it seems like we're suddenly starting to have a turn for the better here, but I guess that sort of makes sense at the same time. I'm not gonna have enough money to cultivate these. Purple, I need 2k. Let's get that with a tournament. Advanced Black Magic Tournament. Oh, I was gonna say we should have to do something, but he's good to use a break. Ingrid, you're up. Your defense isn't great, but maybe you just will overwhelm people with massive damage to the point where it won't be much of an issue. I guess they're all gonna be magic, right? So they won't be able to hit you that much. 18, you'll be able to take them out in one turn. Sweet. Right in the face from like 2 feet away. That's gotta hurt. They don't even have a crit chance against you. Wow. Oh yeah, that's gonna be cake. Skip. Cake. Skip. I like the flowers in your outfit though. Looks pretty cool. All right, this one maybe slightly less cake. Not cake. Zip. Oh, you did a nice try. It was a nice try, I suppose. I suppose it was a nice try. The try was nice. Flower head. This is the finals. They brought Sagittae. Let's heal up here, because I could miss things. My accuracy is not stupendous here. Actually, this is the best it's ever been. I don't know why I lied just now. It is Get out of it. Now we can plant flowers. Well done, Ingrid. Oh, we got a staff for that. Boy, frickin' howdy. Is there anyone else who could use one? Who does not have one? Knowledge gem is just for skill experience, right? So why not give you the magic thing just for, because your spells are a little lackluster. Sure. Good thing we got that, hey? Also, do we have like a free experience gem or something? We've got a free knowledge gem, not a free, Mercy still has the experience gem. Let's give that to Dedu for now, because he could use it. So I guess we'll ditch his evasion ring for the moment. Actually, it wouldn't be bad for Mercy to have a knowledge gem, would it? Because we want to get her axe up and stuff. Actually, you know what would be better for her? Is there something that gives you like, I guess a crit wing wouldn't be a bad thing. We've got 3 after all. Maybe even a speed ring. Nah, go for the crit ring because you're already like sort of squishy. Cool beans. I'll be having that with some Pegasus blessings, thank you. We're a little poor now because Anna's shop recently just opened, so I bought all those like perma buffs, and we're still catching up funds-wise, but we'll be getting tons in this month with all our battles because we've got no paralogs to do, and with all the training grounds, battle things. But for now, let's continue our talking quest, our quest of the chatting, our chatting challenge. I can't find a cooler way to put it. We're talking to everyone. Hey, Sylvain.
Say we do manage to take down Edelgard here. What do you think His Highness will do next?
I don't know, man. Hopefully talk to himself in the mirror in a way that isn't destructive.
As long as there's a plan, I won't complain. I just, want to know there is a plan.
Fargus, I guess. Head to the kingdom capital first?
Well, I'd be happy if that were the case, but I don't figure that'll actually happen.
No, well, I mean, I meant after the Imperial Army, because we're like going there now,
this
but...
isn't just gonna magically end the moment we kill Edelgard. It's gone too far.
Yeah, yeah. They've got the Fargus, right? I mean, they've got the, what's the capital again? Capital Fargus? Don't tell me. Ferdiad.
I suppose we should focus on the battle right in front of us, instead of what happens later.
Yeah, I mean, technically, as the tactician, I should be focused on what happens later, but you don't worry about it. Just take this violet and be chill. We could make food. Dedu! It's been so long. Yep, let's get defense. Because if we're going to Gronder Field, it's going to be another huge thing. Oh, he's so tall, he doesn't fit on screen. It's going to be another huge thing where there's like enemies on all sides. So we're definitely going to want to be protected from that. Ah. Thank you. I wonder where it says we're all, our best friends are. Like, you know how it says the, like, closest allies are. I'm curious where it says right now. Oh, my closest ally is Manuela? What? And then Annette and Mercedes. Okay, Annette and Mercedes makes sense because I was trying to get their skills up a lot in the earlier days. But Manuela? Why? Dimitri's closest allies are Dedu, myself, and Felix. Dedu has me, then Ash and Mercy. Felix has Sylvain, then Ingrid and Annette. Ash has Annette, Ingrid, Mercedes. Sylvain has Felix, Ingrid, Mercedes. Mercy has Annette, Sylvain, Ash. Annette has Mercedes, Felix, Ash. Ingrid's got Felix, Sylvain, Ash. Mercedes has Ingrid. Yeah, he and Ingrid are pretty close, aren't they? Ingrid, Flame, and Manuela. Flame has me, Byleth, it's me, Sedith, and Felix. Me, and Sedith, and Flame, and Annette, Byleth, and Ash. Cool. Cool. Well, that was fun to do. Thanks. I love all the people just in their full battle gear lining up to get their little tater tots. Wow, there's just no one hanging around this middle courtyard today. Fine, I guess... Pardon me. I guess we just don't have time for the little things anymore. I see one quest over here in the Knights' quarters, or the Knights' Hall. What's that place actually called? Knights' Hall. Right. Okay. Where Edelgard goes, Hubert follows.
Edelgard's presence suggests that Hubert is around too.
I know. He was there last time when she invaded.
He is minister of the Imperial household, after all. He's been around Edelgard since they were children. I suppose he must be pretty happy with his current position.
Why do I sense judgment from you? Are you a Lester soldier? What's with all the yellow? Hello? Help me! Oh God, I don't think I can help you there, partner.
Hey, I could use a hand.
Whenever I think about the next battle, my knees won't stop shaking. I'm scared of getting hurt, or worse. Is there a medicinal herb I can use to calm my nerves? I will not be giving you any weed. I'm not licensed. Find an herb that will help calm the nerves of the soldier in the Knight's Hall. You may find what you need growing in the greenhouse. Legends of Chivalry herring bait. Oh, if you're giving me worms, never mind. I will find you that weed, good sir. Here, this is the finest cannabis that the monastery has to offer. Lavandula grass. Say what? An herb with tiny purple flowers. Its calming scent relieves stress. Oh, okay. You just sniff it. Sniff this!
Thanks. I'm glad I asked you.
It really calms you down if you make a tea out of it. Ah, even the smell is soothing. Thank you so much. Now I feel like I can fight again. Great. I'm glad that's my influence on the world. Aiding the fighting. Hey! Hey! The final battle, at last. That's rather presumptuous. Still got Aryan Road, Ferdiad.
Hello.
the end bar. What is the Alliance's next move? I'm feeling tense.
So, we're
This is
finally
very
moving into enemy
incommunicative conversation.
territory. We can
Incommunicative?
expect the war to get even more intense from here on out.
Yes.
I'm really feeling the tension now.
Yes.
I have almost no experience with battles of this scale.
Yes. Most of us don't. I mean, I fought in this place before. Assuming we go to the exact same, like little ballista podium, which I hope we do.
Professor, I'll be grateful for your leadership on the battlefield.
And I for
I
your
know I can trust
strength and resolve. I'll be sure to count on you too. What are you scoffing at me for? I'm counting on that random soldier whose name I don't know. Do you understand me? I saw something incredible.
Patting the head of an orphan from the monastery. Does this mean even that cruel man has some empathy in his heart?
Yeah, he used to be teaching them how to sword fight, but he's not the same dude right now.
Was it just a random whim? Maybe my eyes just tricked me.
No, and it happened. I saw something incredible. Hey, Felix, it is going to be tough.
As powerful as our knights are, we're outnumbered by a long shot. This won't be easy. It's crazy to attempt this. I guess I'm crazy to go along with it.
Well, I just like to reiterate, no one's forcing you. You're free to leave if you think things are getting too improbable. No one here will think worse of you for it. I mean, Dimitri will, but you know how he is right now. Oh, Dedu's not going to be happy about the way Dimitri is. I wonder if he wrote anything in this thing about it.
I wonder if a day will come when both the monastery and Fargus are restored to their former glory.
It's possible, just be patient. That day will come. We'll make sure of it. No one knows what the future will bring. That day will come. We'll make sure of it. Good, good, good. Splendid. Brilliant, as Skilbert would say. Hey, Dedu. Sorry, I know. Did he just laugh? Was that Dimitri laughing? Oh, God. I know it's hard to watch right now, Dedu. We have to be strong.
You have my sincerest gratitude.
Thank you.
Circumstances and my wounds.
God, you got so much taller.
Me from being by His Highness's side these 5 years. I am grateful that you have found him. For
Yeah,
me.
don't.
I am once again in your debt.
It was not. I think everyone, after seeing the in the politest way, the sheer number of scars on your face would give you a free pass there. Don't worry about it, Boo. Have some baby's breath. All right. Well, fine. I won't ever again. Then
I'll give you a different flower next time. See you like that.
I covered his face with a professor level thing. Hey, Dimitri.
I can finally kill her. Finally, I can avenge them.
You hearing this, Dedu? Can you give me a hand here? I don't know how to talk sense into him. Okay, fine. How much renown does battle have to do? Woo! Just enough for one of the XP things. Ooh, would we want it on this? I mean, I'm pretty sure we're not ever gonna get to all the caps, but if we did, which one would we want first? Would it be defense and res or magic and dex? Probably magic and dex are the ones we'd be closer to getting. Macule, you're going up a bit, shinier gold.
You're all
Ooh,
set.
pretty. So vibrant.
See you again soon.
Aye, aye. I'm glad you're not dead, Saint Statue Artisan. Just thought you might not like to know that. No one's hanging around here again. Hi, Sedith. Move, board.
Each time we press forward, our search for Rhea broadens to a wider area.
And yet there are still not a trace.
I certainly hope we will find at least some clue. But I do suspect I already know where she is.
You think the Empire's got her?
If I'm right, and she is in the Imperial capital, then we cannot save her until we topple the Empire.
Having a dragon on our side would be a significant step up. Would be pretty cool. Not that I'm saying her combat prowess is the only thing we would want her for. We also want her for her wisdom and whatever.
The thought of fighting people who
Intimidation.
are once our friends, it makes my heart heavy.
Mm-hmm.
If it was gonna come to this, maybe I should have avoided making friends with people from the Empire and the Alliance to begin with.
I mean, I guess it would make it easier to fight them, but would you really want that to have the memory of that? Those are a bunch of people that I avoided making friends with so that I wouldn't have to kill them later, or wouldn't have to feel trepidation about killing them. That would be so cold-hearted. I don't think that's the right attitude.
I just don't know, Professor. I'm having a hard time with it. It did often seem strange to me at the Academy that we were studying with all these people from all over the world.
Well, I thought it was cool.
But I feel like I've finally started to understand the real reason behind it.
It was to prevent this. You're absolutely right.
The more you get to know people from other places, the harder you'll try to avoid fighting wars with them.
100%. Unless you just recruit them all and then they're all in your party forever and ever, and then everyone is your country.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I miss the old days when if someone got hurt, we'd rush them to the infirmary and make them well.
I know, now it's just like, here's a bandage, up you get.
But on the battlefield, there's not enough time to help. People die. Professor, don't be one of those.
Working on it. Very much trying. Very much it is my intent to not. Ooh, there's another quest over here for us. Anyone else need substances that I may procure from one greenhouse or another. Hi there, Clarcy Kent.
Thank you for bringing me here.
Sure, you were kind of insistent and wouldn't let us not, so I don't know why you're thanking me.
I've been given permission to take part in this next mission, too.
It's gonna be scary. Are you sure you wanna?
I'll finally be able to avenge my brother. I swear. I'll take down that monster.
Which monster? Okay, fine. Don't tell me. I thought we were friends, Kent. You are very pretty. Actually, wait, Rodrigue called her a child. She's really not actually a child, right? I don't know how old she's supposed to be, but she was like fully a soldier and everything.
All that remains is to wait for a response from the Alliance side.
Mhm.
Now, there are preparations to be made for the coming battle.
I mean, I sort of thought that him fighting Gloucester for us was sort of like a mark of our friendship anyways, but maybe I'm wrong. What's this quest?
Professor, might I ask you to help secure resources?
You want silverfish? But I like selling those. Fine. I'll do what I can.
Yet another grand battle awaits. Many will lose their lives.
Yeah. Running themes. There's no way around it.
I am well aware. This is war after all.
Yeah, you're right. You said that already. I was kind of just being obnoxious there. Sorry.
Even considering those we are up against. Friends from a time now past. I won't hold back.
I'll probably hold back a little, just, inadvertently. I'm glad to know that not all of us will be as weak as me. Hey, Mercy.
So, we're finally going to set foot in the Empire. I'm starting to get a little nervous.
You're starting to get a little nervous. What about when that thing that had a beard for a face was launching rocks at us?
We already fought Ferdinand at the Great Bridge of Murden.
Yes, that did suck.
I guess there's a good chance we'll be fighting more old friends from here on out.
Real good chance. Stop thanking me, Clarcy.
If we defeat the Imperial army at Gronder Field, what will our next objective be?
I mean, I would have said Ferdiad, but I don't think Dimitri's gonna
I guess we won't
budge.
have much choice but to try to take Fort Mercius, on the far side of Gronder Field.
Wow, sorry, I thought you said once we take... Oh, sorry, I thought you said at Embar.
It's probably too soon for us to be thinking about that, isn't it?
Yeah, let's just focus on
The
this
battle
first. We have to
just
see how
ahead
this
of
goes
us is
before we
far
can
from
decide that.
certain.
We might decide that we can't win and just retreat halfway through. That would be fun. A feather! Who wants feather? Clarcy, do you want a feather? All my friends love feathers. You're really not feeling out the vibe of this army, Clarcy. Well, back at the monastery with to-do. We've got everyone more or less re-geared up and got a lot of what we want from this today. So probably what I'll do is I'll do all the monastery stuff like the fishing, and then I'll do all the tournaments off camera, and I'll come back on camera just the second I leave today. Or this like in game day. So you'll get to see a bit of the next episode, the teaching. We'll do the battles, and then I guess we'll do some more fishing, maybe on camera a bit. Well, I guess we won't have any bait. Maybe I'll leave like 10 pieces of bait for this. Actually, I should really save it all for this, because there's lots of large fish. I don't really know. Maybe we'll do fishing on camera then. We'll see. But I'll probably do at least some of the battles on camera next time. I don't have a question for you today, regrettably, because I have to go like right now-ish. And so I don't have time to think of one. My brain is not being responsive in that department. But I will say it's good to be back with the do. And it's nice to meet this random soul who just wants to join our army for no reason. And no matter how sketchy she is, she seems very sweet. I better start getting sentimentally attached to her now, as quickly as possible. The next video is going to be, I believe, we're heading back into MGS5, seeing if we can't wrap up those last few 100% objectives, which I'm sure will be a very easy task that we'll have an easy time with, because it'll be easy. So join me in that, or don't. I will not force you one way or the other. I don't see how I could. And with that, that's a big old goodbye for me and all the Blue Lions. Hopefully we'll see you next time on Gronder. Well, we won't be in Gronder Field. Next time we'll be all over the place. Bye, folks. Goodbye, everybody. I have an actual outro. I was gonna be out of here. Peace. You heard a loud rumble from somewhere up above. That's a good sign. Perhaps there are a few then that will do like all the platforms. Maybe. Let me check the right side anyway before going back to the main room. What? Oh, you're spooky. Why, Wolfhead didn't... Why does it keep making me... This one, I need to